Warning. Some topics or situations in this program may not be suitable for some audience. Everything you see and hear is done on the safety of our own disclosed set under legal circumstance. Also, Speedpigeon does not support the use of drugs, alcohol, or violence, especially for our underage audience. Viewer discretion is advised. Psst, psst. Oh, it's PNP. I thought it was a psst, psst mic.
Pimp?
Yeah,
it's a pimp.
Pimp.
Where's my money,
imagine,
bitch?
Imagine calling your cat like that instead of psst, psst, psst.
And they're like, yes, that's my sound. That's fucking weird.
Yo, Nick, why are you...
Yo!
You're in the way, cuzzo.
We're naked as fuck.
You're in the way, cuzzo.
Where's our quote board, homie?
Oh!
Oh, shit! Unprepared! Just kidding, it was invisible.
Man, we need a quote now. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Hurry up, shrimp. Hurry up, shrimp.
Let's
hurry
see.
Up, hurry up,
Let's
hurry
see.
Up, shrimp.
We did this one already, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. All the ones I have we used.
Didn't we just come up with one like yesterday?
I thought we did.
Come on, can I not fucking spell?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Technically, that was a quote from me because it just came up in my head.
Unknown. By Unknown. By Anonymous.
Ah, it's blocking our little guy over here, but whatever. I don't care. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Speedcast.
Hi, I'm Michael Jordan, and I approve this message.
Big fan.
Thank you.
Big fan.
Do you have my shoes?
No. I have shoes that look like Nikes. Does that count?
I'm bald.
Dude.
You have to support
Whatever,
me.
dude.
That's why I put out the shoes.
Dude. Whatever.
That's why I put out the shoes.
I'm your host, Charlie, and as always, I'm joined by my fellow co-host, Kevin Wankmueller, everybody.
I'm my bullshit.
And on the side, as always, our producer.
Lovely, beautiful, gorgeous.
Hey.
Why are you calling
Can't
Nick?
say.
Why are you
thanks,
calling
very
Nick
good.
gorgeous? Just kidding, Nick's not here. Natasha, everybody.
Nick is gorgeous, though. Right, Nick?
This is the final episode of Spooktober. Again, we have to refilm it because we lost stuff, and it's unfortunately not going as planned. But welcome to the Monster Mash Bash Cast.
It's the Monster Mash.
Second annual.
Second.
Yeah,
Bang, bang.
bang.
Doing this shit for like a year now.
We filmed this. We have over a year.
Wow.
October 7th was like the first episode.
Yeah, no, we actually started when we started at our job.
Yeah. We started like I think the end of September, and we posted the first episode. I think,
solid.
October 7th was our first episode.
365, motherfuckers.
Basically, man. We were gonna have we had a plan for you, but here we are, 2 days before this fucking episode is releasing. We lost the footage to the original version of this episode, which was probably gonna be a lot funner than today's episode.
It was really cool. You got to see my nipples.
You've seen a lot. No. We carved pumpkins, so I'm just going to explain it to them. We carved pumpkins, but the fun thing was, we'll do it next year for you guys, but the thing is, I chose a design for him, he chose a design for me. You can only see the design, I think, once after you had already seen it. They both looked really bad. I got closer to the design than Kevin did. Mm-hmm. Kevin's was horrifying.
Mine was supposed to be Shrek, and I would have been better just doing a circle.
Mine was just a face. I thought you were going to get me on the teeth. There's not even pictures.
Bro,
that we can
I was
show
really
them.
I was impressed.
Like, I don't even have pictures that I can put up here and be like, hey, this is what we did last time. Like, there's no evidence. On top of that, we did another celebrity deathmatch, but instead of it being celebrity deathmatch, we did what is it? Like monster death match?
Yeah, like
with,
classical
fucking,
horror
like Frankenstein
movie
and, like,
people. Yeah,
fucking
that's pretty cool.
Fazoo. What the fuck is his name?
Fazoo?
No, Pazuzu. Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pazuzu.
I don't think Pazuzu was there though.
Pazuzu. No, I don't think so. I
No.
think we just remembered Pazuzu.
Yeah.
Because that's a very memorable name.
I always forget it, so I don't know how I remembered it.
Oh, that was good. Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
So today we're doing what? The good stories and the bad stories of Halloween, right?
I guess so. You know, I completely forgot until you said that, and I thought we were just
We could aim that to be the goal, and then we could just,
Off with
do
no
our
top.
regular shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I'm so pissed. That was a fucking good episode, too. I really wish, like, if I can... Oh, my God, dude. If I can get this fucking memory card fixed, y'all are getting another fucking Halloween episode in Christmas. It's coming to you.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, dude.
Bang.
I like, there's nothing wrong with this memory... Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with this memory card. Like, it's not, like, flimsy, it's not cracked, it's not broken.
What would
There's,
you do
like,
if you just fucking snapped it in
There's
half?
nothing... It's broken. It's not like I would fucking give a fuck anyway.
So it's broken like it won't retain anything anymore, or it's broken like it just...
Nothing... It just doesn't read. Like, so when I put
Wow.
it into the camera, it doesn't read. When I put it in here, nothing shows up. Like, it reads...
Shout him out, bro!
But it's empty.
Shout him out!
Who is it?
Boom! Check it.
Who is it?
For you memory card folk,
Who is it?
Kingston.
Kingston, your fucking memory card sucks.
Kingston, you're fired!
I did have this memory card for like 2-3 years though, but the one that's already in here I've had since like 2013, so there's no excuse for this one to fucking shit out after 2 years when I've had that one. I filmed...
Halloween Horror Story
You
number
know what's
1.
crazy? You know what's crazy? The SD card that we're using to film our podcast, I filmed like the first 2 LSDs on there.
You go, Sid.
Hell yeah, bro.
You go, Sid.
It's fucking kicking, man. We filmed all of our original shit on that SD card. The only problem is it doesn't have a lot of time on it.
Right. And is that how much time it came with? The 45 minutes or whatever? Or
Yeah, that's an 8 gigabyte. This is a 32.
what?
And this has about 2.5 hours on it. 2.5, 3 hours on this.
That's only 8, and that has everything on it, and this one took a shit?
Well, it doesn't have everything on it anymore.
Right. But
But
that
that's
one
what I
has
used to
been giving you
film.
less problems.
No, yeah. That's
still
what
goes.
I literally filmed the original LSD on that in like 2012.
Oh, what the fuck? See? The bigger the number of gigabytes, doesn't matter, man. Sometimes you're just tanking.
No, I don't know what brand SD card that is, but I used to get that brand all the time and it never fucking steered me wrong. I even have another one. I have to find it somewhere, but I have another one as well.
Sometimes you just gotta stick to code, man. I left my Propel in your fridge. Halloween Horror Story number 2. My drinkity drink is all the way down a set of stairs.
Damn.
Dang. Dang,
That
nabbit.
sucks. We had a pretty good Halloween last year, I feel.
Yeah, last
Trick or treating
last
and all
year's
that
was pretty
shit. I feel
solid.
like that was pretty it was pretty fun.
That's like, I feel like that's what makes Halloween better as you get older, is if you have your younger siblings or any friends with younger siblings and you take them out.
Yeah.
That's the best. You steal their candy. I mean,
Some of the people give you candy. They
Steal
were
their
giving out,
candy?
like that one person
Yeah.
had goodie bags specifically for the adults that were fucking walking with the kids.
That's
That's
cool.
fucking clutch. That
I
is
do like
awesome.
that. Scared the shit out of a little girl last year
Oh
on
my
accident. Didn't even
gosh.
know I was scaring her.
She was like a tiny little princess. This girl was like,
Screaming
2.
bloody murder because
She
of
was
my
like
mask.
2.
Poor thing. Horror Story number 3.
that shit. You gave her a core trauma memory.
Yeah,
right
she'll
there.
probably never forget that. She's afraid of whatever the fuck I
You
was
can't even.
now.
It's funny. You can't even remember what mask it is, but
Nope.
I guarantee you she does.
She does.
She does.
On
100%.
Terrible. And the mom was like, oh, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
No! Tell me! I'll take it off. I'll look away.
Hey, look.
Poor thing.
Halloween, man. It's meant to be scary for some people.
I stopped
so.
trick-or-treating, I think, after 15, because I remember the last time I trick-or-treated with a couple people, almost every single doorway that I knocked on, the people would answer and go, Happy Halla... Aren't you a little too old to be doing this? Because they saw a little bit of my facial hair through the mask. All I have to say, fuck all of you, for one. You ruined...
Yeah, for real.
The majority of
These kids
childhood.
These kids could be like vandalizing.
They
and
could be doing
drugs
dope on
and,
your
like,
curb,
Fucking, you're worried
killing
about
your
kids
cat.
fucking wanting candy.
So fuck you
give the
specifically
fucking-
to the people who said that
It
to me.
doesn't matter. Just
Also,
give them fucking candy. Like,
for anybody who wants to say that to people,
It's either we're
Fuck
knocking
you
on
and
your
keep your
doors
mouth
or
shut.
we're doing drugs.
yeah.
turn your porch light off. How about that? That's like the signal. Don't go to the house. If they knock on it when the porch light is off, fine. Then they deserve whatever the fuck you're telling them.
Yeah.
But
You know what pisses
if
me
they're
off?
just out in costume having fun, keep your fucking mouth shut and throw them your candy, you fat
know,
fuck.
You know what really pisses me off? The people who fucking give out pretzels. I hate that shit,
pretzels?
dude. Yeah, but for fucking Halloween! For fucking Halloween, Natasha!
You don't have to yell at me.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, you know what's
But
even worse?
it's fucking...
You know what's even worse
gets
than pretzels?
Grapes, raisins, anything salty.
The guy that
Why are
gives
you giving me fucking
The guy that
snacks?
gives you not a whole one, but a bag of cut apples, and he's like,
Oh.
I'm doing your dentist
Oh.
a favor.
Fuck you.
Drop dead.
This is why people used to teepee your motherfucking house back in the day, probably.
Because they knew exactly who it was that gave out the bullshit.
Yeah, like, don't give me
TP.
fucking raisins. I don't want fruit. I don't want anything that's crunchy, that isn't sweet or fruity.
Yeah. No nuts. Don't put your
No.
nuts in my bag.
No, not at all. No toothbrush. I've had bitches give me
Yeah,
toothbrushes.
toothbrushes and a
I
little
want a fucking
Colgate
I'm gonna
toothpaste.
turn it into a fucking prison shank and shank you and take your fucking stuff in your pantry.
You know they're going inside like, Snickers.
Yeah, for real.
Disgusting.
Some floss.
Sickening.
Get the fuck
Sickening.
out of here, dude.
Just give them candy.
Well, I know all the candy you're getting on the stop, so I mean, I'm helping you out
Ugh.
here.
To that I say, ugh. Gosh. What else? Horror
You know what I would
stories.
like, honestly, as an adult? The only non-candy that I would accept from a fucking person when I'm trick-or-treating is a fucking coffee. Unless you're giving me a
Boom.
coffee,
That's a good one. Some fresh
get the
coffee.
fuck
in a
out of here.
to-go
If it's
cup.
not candy, you better fucking brew me some coffee.
That's pretty solid. How about you? You got any horror stories? Halloween horror stories?
Horror.
I've been doing
like,
a couple.
On Halloween? I
Yeah,
don't-
like Halloween specifically that you're like, fuck this.
man,
Or fuck that person. Or like scary.
Mainly just like those people, or like, I don't know, man. I think I vented all my anger on that fucking
Yeah.
toothbrush person.
I had
that
one
pissed
time.
me off.
One time I was trick-or-treating. And this weird guy opened up his door. I say weird because he just gave off that vibe
I never actually had
automatically,
like
right?
a scary like Halloween
This dude,
experience.
right? We were out kind of late, right? It wasn't terribly late. Like it was like 9:30. All the little kids aren't trick or treating anymore, but you know you still got a couple people out and about. This guy goes, "Oh, I haven't had many people come to my door. Take a handful of candy." I said, "Really? Oh man, thank you." And he kept his bowl. This was the weird thing. He didn't stretch his hand out with the bowl. He kept his bowl inside of his house, like in his doorway, right? He didn't stretch his arm out. Take a handful. I said, "Oh, thank you." I grabbed a handful. He proceeded to bash my arm in his door. "What the fuck is wrong with you? You're taking too much, mama." I said, "Fuck you! You crazy son of a bitch! What the fuck is your problem?"
dude?
Yo, that guy was fucking weird.
Yeah, what the
And a couple
hell?
people were walking up. I said, "Don't go to this guy's house. Don't go to this fucking weirdo's house, bro." Everybody started veering away, but he was
Yeah,
like,
what a fucking
I was like, "What the
sicko.
fuck is wrong with you, bro?"
Don't say take a handful and then get mad when they take a
The
fucking
second I went to go
handful.
take a handful, boom! He just wanted to bash my fucking arm in the door.
Yeah, what a scumbag,
Prick, dude.
bro.
He looked like a fucking pedo. It was my fault. I should have just turned around, but
Yeah, dude, that I would have fucking.
he was trapping. He had his fucking light on and everything.
He was.
Shit was insane. I was like, "Are you serious? Did that really just fucking happen?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Thank God he just did that to me, and not like anybody else, because I would have went through that door."
Yeah.
Which is weird. You'd think he did it to me. I would fucking flip out, but
See, I used to do
That's
the
just so
scaring
weird.
on Halloween. That's what I used to do. That was my favorite thing when I was younger. I would get a really fucking scary costume, and I would, even though he was a fucking scumbag, your old neighbor Mike
yep.
with the cameras, he used to go all out decorating his house for Halloween, like, to the point where he would have, like, fake people out front and stuff, so I would just stand next to the fake people, and when people would walk by trick-or-treating, I would just fucking hop out at them and scare the shit out of them.
cool.
I used to love doing that shit.
Yeah, I want to do that again.
And then I realized people started getting softer and softer because the older I got, people started getting more and more pissed off. Like, I remember one day, it wasn't even Halloween, so, I mean, I guess this is why this person was pissed off.
Smelly smell.
I don't know.
Smelly.
But I had my ghillie suit, right? I had my ghillie suit. And you know that grass area right in front of the elementary school?
Yeah.
I went across the street, and I just laid down on my stomach. And, like, there were, like, leaves and stuff, so I, like, kind of covered myself in the leaves with the ghillie suit, and, like, I kind of just, like, sat there. But I was still kind of, like, clear as day. And this one lady fucking... I forget what she said, but I was like 11. But I hopped out at her, and she started fucking, like, cursing me out and shit. And she was like,
Scared the shit out of her.
If your brother know you fucking do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, she's right across the fucking street. She bought me this ghillie suit.
Nah, yo, maybe that lady was abducted once in her life. She's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I triggered something, because she fucking got pissed off. She wasn't alone. She was with, like, 2 other old ladies, and they thought it was funny.
Gwendolyn, shut the fuck up.
They were like Karens. They looked like a bunch of Karens, but the other 2 fucking...
My mom forces me to do this.
They were pretty cool. They laughed. The other 2 laughed. They were Sharons, not Karens.
Yeah, because the other 2 know humor.
Yeah, they were.
The other one was just pissed she got scared.
Like I said, they're Sharons, not Karens.
She was probably the friend that's like, I'm badass. Stick up for your tongue.
I'm gonna punch
and then you
this-
pop up, she's ah!
Yeah.
That's great. I don't know about any more like horror stuff, but good Halloween stories. One that I remember, a bunch of my friends that I went trick-or-treating with, we went to my house at the end of the night, poured all of our candy out, and definitely not recommended, but some of us started to snort pixie dust. So anyway, we could just say
sticks?
Yeah, the pixie stick dust.
Pixie dust is something like entirely different.
Oh, I'm sorry. The candy pixie stick, the dust inside of it, that's what I'm talking about, not actual drugs. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Because I told that to somebody at work the other day. I think they were like, pixie dust. So I was like, yeah, that makes more sense. So, yeah, candy. So we were all on like really bad sugar high. Turned the lights completely out. Mind you, we're in my basement. So it's very dark. And we started to play Manhunt. But like Marco Polo.
In the basement?
Yeah. There was like, I want to say at least 11 of us. So it was cool. It wasn't just Manhunt. It was like, you make a noise next to like whoever the person is. And they got Marco Polo. It's kind of Marco Polo, but in the dark. Mm-hmm. Well, in the actual dark. Because usually the finder is, eyes closed. But, so I had, there was a dresser. And there was an old school like TV on it. And a couple other things. And I walked around the side of the dresser, and the seeker was actually Ducky. We got to the point where we were completely opposite sides of the TV, and I went like, yeah, like right in front of his face, and I backed up real quick, but he didn't know where he was, so he just went to charge at me. And knocked into the dresser, the TV, and the TV fucking smashed on the ground. I was like, oh, fuck.
Damn.
Didn't really get in trouble because nobody really used that TV.
Yeah.
But it was just like it didn't even smash, like the wire, the piece that plugged into the back of it, just snapped inside of it. So it was just stuck in there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I miss the whole Manhunt days.
Yeah, me too. When everybody would go down to the bay. I always used to just go over right past the park. Right where they had the little trailers, and I would just hop up onto the trailer, hop up in that tree, and just sit there, and nobody would ever find me. I went all the time.
People used to get mad at me all the time because I would come in like full black gloves, a black mask, like I would make sure you cannot see me, and like I was on the team with like the same kids all the time, so we all did it, and like. Everybody we went against used to get mad at us because we would like climb shit, we would fucking be under shit, like we. Can
you imagine the people that live there just coming outside smoking a cigarette? They're like, oh my god, it's like a whole school of robbers.
That's like,
oh please.
Well, that's like the fucking. Again, I'm pretty sure I told that on the podcast before, so I don't want to like go deep into it. But that was when I fucking went into that house when we were playing Manhunt, and I went to the top, and then somebody was like, yo, get away from the window, and I'm like, I'm not near the fucking window, what are you talking about? And then I thought I heard somebody coming up, and nobody was walking up the fucking stairs. That shit was crazy.
Fuck that.
Screw that.
Fuck that.
I don't know, I feel like I told that on the last Halloween podcast. Because I've definitely said it on the podcast before.
I think you
Because I
have
think
as
it
well.
was when we were telling our fucking horror stories. Because you were talking about the fucking house and everything.
Yeah, probably. Because I remember you bringing that up once,
The
but
fucking house, man.
a lot of shit happened in that house.
Yeah.
I don't ever recall anything taking place on Halloween, though.
That's
I feel like
crazy.
because I wasn't paying attention, I guess, really. Because more
Yeah.
shit was happening. But yeah.
And when were you ever home on Halloween, I feel like?
At the end of the night, all the time.
Yeah, I guess so.
But like once I started getting a little bit older and like I knew what was going on,
Mm-hmm.
never really on Halloween or Mischief Night. I always thought Mischief Night was like supposed to be a big like if your house is haunted, you fuck. But no.
No, that's just an excuse
think
for
that's-
people to run around and be
what else?
assholes.
Any other good?
Which is tonight.
Oh yeah, it is tonight. Tonight's
Yeah.
Mischief Night.
Tonight is Mischief Night.
For y'all,
Even
it's-
though.
for you guys, it's Halloween, but wow, let's go fucking like TP some houses. Got eggs?
No. I have none. Do you remember that time
True,
where
I'm
it
in
was
my
like
house, so I am the one.
stores
who
around
possesses
here
the eggs.
specifically would not sell you toilet paper or eggs? Like the
I feel
week
like they still don't.
of Halloween?
I feel like they still don't.
They just refuse people. I think it's illegal to now because I mean, you can't do that. But
There's also like.
I
a
think you have to
fucking-
like show ID in certain places.
I don't know if it's still like that, but when like I was in like I think sometime in high school. It might have been in high school, but I remember if you were under 18, the curfew was fucking 7:00
Yeah,
for the day
Mhm.
before Mischief Night,
And they would
Mischief
ride
Night,
around.
and then Halloween.
and I
Those
asked where the
3
fuck
days.
you were going
Yeah,
if it was any later than
that's
that.
fucking crazy. It's like that's when people are going trick or treating. Like nobody's like starting at fucking 11
But we
in the
had
morning.
had like our Mischief Night would be like cars would get like broken into and shit like that. We would have like decently real Mischief Nights. so.
Yeah, that's because people were fucking assholes back in
Yeah.
the day. But it's like,
Freed made a good point today. He was like, Mischief Night is a lot of gang initiation times. I
yeah,
was like, it's. I never
it
really
makes
thought
sense.
about that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
don't
that though.
know,
That was a
but,
while.
like-
That was a
but,
few
like,
years back.
A curfew that early on fucking Halloween, like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's like you have to take into consideration the times that like people are gonna be home. I used to not be allowed to go trick or treating until at least 4:30, 5 o'clock, because that's you gotta let people get home and do their thing.
Yeah.
Da da da. I usually
I-
didn't
I
go
would-
until it
I
started to
wouldn't-
get dark.
Yeah, it wouldn't end until like 9 or 10.
Yeah, we'd be out there for a while.
Like,
I would fill pillowcases like at least 2 times.
that's why I just went to Cerevel on Halloween all the time because the curfew
Hmm.
here was too fucking early.
Yeah,
So I
dude, they
was
were
like-
crazy for such a
I
small
was
town.
like, that's fucking ridiculous.
That's probably another good Halloween story. I used to fill pillowcases at least 2.5 times when my dad used to take me and my brothers.
Well, the thing is like I grew very slow when I was younger, and like I would get like multiple costumes. So over the years, I just had like 15 costumes laying around.
Nice, you had your
So-
costume. You had your own costume store.
I would, no, on Halloween I would just go to like all of the houses,
Yeah. And one
Change.
costume and then
go again, change, go again, change, go again until I got tired or ran out of costumes.
that's funny.
I would have so much fucking candy. It was great. The fuck was that? Oh,
The
it was
pumpkin.
a painting.
Halloween horror story number 5. That.
Whatever it was.
And we were both like,
I thought it was this because it always
That's what I
fucking
was waiting
falls.
for.
That's like it
I was waiting
always
to just-
falls. Hey, I'm fingering my Frankenstein.
whoa, dude. Horror story number 6.
Fingering my Frankenstein. It's one
I
of the,
think that's about all I got.
yeah.
Speaking of my first horror story, I'm going to go get my drink out of your fridge.
Wow. I can't believe you left it. What a dick. What a dick. So what's up?
So,
How's Farmville going?
it's not Farmville. This one is Bermuda.
Bermuda? What?
Bermuda.
Why? Are you in Bermuda?
I have different islands, look. Hold on. So this is my one island. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 islands. And I take care of them.
Is the concept still kind of like Farmville? No? Crazy. You just build shit. I'm gonna throw this at Kevin.
Okay.
Catch!
Almost. It was bouncy. My drink was hiding behind the milk. I thought it had walked out.
It grew legs.
I wonder what that sounds like close up.
That was ASMR. ASMR by Too Blunt. Speedcast.
So.
So.
I think I can speak for everyone. Maybe not everybody, but to those who had either a parent or a guardian on Halloween.
I had both.
On Halloween.
Oh.
And before you had any candy, they would say they need to check it and make sure there's no drugs or razor blades. I think the biggest of all time Halloween story is, I know it happens occasionally, but I've never, ever in my life come across trick-or-treating candy that had anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
And I feel like as much as I heard it,
That's something that like
I would
happened
expect
in,
it. Like I would like to
80s,
see
I
one.
feel
You know,
like,
not
you know
happen,
what I mean?
but like to see it or recognize. Oh my God, it's just real. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You come to realize that you just got robbed. Straight up.
Yeah.
That's the biggest of all time horror story.
No one's gonna give away free drugs.
Yeah, I feel like it is
Exactly.
just. I feel like it is an excuse for the parents to be like, "Hey, let me have some of that candy to check it to make sure it's okay."
Right.
What did I have to do to this to get this to smoke? Because it's not.
Oh, cut the end a little bit, cut the tip.
Oh, turn on the floor.
Wow, they're on the other side.
Whatever, I'll just unroll it.
It's probably your best bet. Horror story number 6, or is it 7?
7.
7. Her fucking joint. Kidney stones.
Kidney stouts.
Speaking of, man, Matthew Perry.
Oh,
That's
dude.
a horror story, and it's fucking up.
That's insane.
Like,
Did you hear about or see his Instagram or his post before, like days before
With
he
the
had
Batman
passed?
signals.
No.
Talking about he's Matman and da-da-da-da. And he made a post about cranberries in water. And the lead singer, a long time ago, lead singer of Cranberries, drowned. And I think he was like, I think he knew that his time was coming. Because he was making a lot of posts that were related to how
Maybe.
he went.
I heard he had a heart attack, though. In the fucking
Probably,
hot
dude.
tub.
He was 54. He had an
on
insane
hella
drug
drugs.
problem for
Yeah,
a
dude.
long fucking time
I
of
don't
his
know,
life.
like now, but he was on
And-
a lot of drugs.
It doesn't say he had anything in his system, so I won't even say he was drinking. But a hot tub cooks you after being in it for a little bit, you know? And by the time that your body is riddled after all the shit that you put it through like that, especially with him,
Yeah.
he already had lost this part of his finger. Like, that was
Yeah.
when they were recording Friends, he didn't have that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And that, I think, was
everybody
from-
thought I was crazy for
I
a
think
little
that
bit.
was
I
from
like,
his drugs, if I'm not mistaken. I'd looked it up one time. I don't know if it was like a birth thing or if it was from I think it was from the drugs though, but regardless, 54 years out of the majority of that, at least more than half of it, you're just putting a bunch of different drugs in you.
yeah.
And then you chill in a hot tub. It doesn't take long, especially if your blood's thinned out or whatever issues he had medically, and he had a lot of medical shit wrong with him.
Mm-hmm.
Does not take long for a hot tub to fuck you up.
That's crazy though. Yeah,
That's
I didn't answer you because I read it, but I was too incoherent to text back. So immediately after, I was like, I told Nick.
You get my Hun typos, but you can't drunkenly text
They say
me
that
back.
in a hot tub, the temperature the average temperature of a hot tub, men shouldn't spend more than like 10 minutes in a hot tub at a time because it can make you sterile. It's the same concept as leaving your laptop
dude,
on your lap, or...
Both times we went on vacation, we'll go in the hot tub, and at first I'm like, oh, this is nice. But then after a while, I'm like...
It's like sitting in a bathtub. You're like...
I need to fucking get out.
That is the point where literally your blood is starting to boil.
Yeah.
When you start to feel that way. That's why they say don't drink and go into a hot tub, because you're already fucked up. Your blood's thinned out from the alcohol, and it takes about relatively 15 minutes depending on how fucked up you are.
In the hot
I've
tub.
done it. I've done it. But I just keep a mental frame of how long I'm in it. I don't wait at that point. I don't wait to feel uncomfortable. I force myself to get out of it. But if I'm in a hot tub when I'm sober, yeah, I wait until it's like fucking bathtub, and I'm like...
But like, if we feel like that, like, imagine like being like his age after everything he's done, and like...
That's what I'm saying.
That, he's having a heart attack.
It doesn't take much, yeah. It
like,
doesn't take much for your heart to just be like, okay. Me and my boss were talking about it, actually, I think yesterday. And I was like, after all that shit you went through, you get into something, and your brain is just mentally like, back in the womb we go.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's insane.
That is wild, man.
Drugs.
It is wild. But there was always... Of course, now you're going to see a bunch of videos of it, but you could tell... Out of that whole friend group, he was always the different one. Well, and they made posts. There was a couple of them that made posts.
He was until recently because
he was the first. He was the last one to. He was always the last one to get with them if they were ever meeting up somewhere, and he was always what was it? He would always stay last, I think. But
he would stay last or leave
something
early.
like that. I think they said, well, the post was about him dying, so it was like he was the first one to leave, but he would always be the latest to show up and stuff like that. I don't know, man. That shit is weird. It's weirder that the majority of like celebrities make posts that are like the same exact concept as them going. Does somebody tell you? Like, what is it? And then I'm starting to see at least a bunch of like musicians that get handed death notes on like in the middle of them doing a show, and their whole demeanor switches, but then they just finish it, and then after the show they wind up dead.
That's crazy.
It was wild.
Halloween horror stories.
Right?
Morbid.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
This shit's crazy.
I want to get his book.
That was a shocker, though.
I don't know what it's called, but I want to get it.
I will say, I took it with a grain of salt, because last time you tried to tell me that, what's his name, from Back to the Future died.
Oh, I had the wrong dude.
I feel like we're so desensitized to that, because we see so many posts that are, like, false. So by the time it's ready, we're like, yeah, right.
I've seen this guy die 4 times.
Died. He's like, no fucking way.
Yeah,
blah, blah. It wasn't the right dude.
What? Michael J. Fox. From fucking, Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
He was Stuart Little. She was like, did you know the guy who played Stuart Little died? I was like, what? Oh, I looked it up, and she was like, it said he died. I was like, it doesn't say he died here. She was like, well, it said he died.
Isn't he, though? He's been
got
he's still
fucking Parkinson's.
Yeah, I thought that's what killed him.
He's
I don't know that.
He's well aware he probably doesn't have long, but he's not even that old neither. He's only in his 50s.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. He was like a good ass.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought he was dead for a while too.
Yeah, no. That would be crazy. But it's also one of those things where it's like, when he does go, a lot of people aren't going to be surprised. Because, like, he's got it bad.
I think that's all of my good and bad Halloween stories, like, all together.
Like I said,
I can't think of anything else.
I don't think I've ever really had, like, bad Halloween stories. I can't even, like, remember. Like, it's funny. I'll be able to remember it after the podcast. But me trying to think of something,
yeah,
I'm like, what? It's like nothing happened.
Yeah. What is Halloween?
I have no recollection of childhood in my memory until I'm fucking just sitting here and I'm like, oh,
I remember this one time.
this one time at band camp.
Woo! Ooh. That's what made me love Halloween. And bugs. Jimmy, calm down, Jimmy. Yeah. I really can't think of anything else.
Nick fucking, the other day, his fucking reaction to this person's costume when we were on the subway was fucking hilarious. It was just this kid, and he just walked by, and he was dressed as Buzz Lightyear, but it was like a tube top Buzz Lightyear, and like he walked by, and Nick went. It was funny as hell.
That was like, me and my mom die laughing at the one fucking, way off topic, but the one Toy Story movie, I think it's Toy Story 3. There's one scene where Barbie's pretending to be Ken for like the bookworm, just so she could get past him or whatever. But she put his astronaut like suit on, but left her feet out, so like it was her pink high heels.
Yeah.
So he's just not. The bookworm's asking him like, oh da 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 da, and he's not talking, just shaking his head yes or no. She goes to walk away, and the bookworm looks him up and down, sees the high heels, and just, ugh, and just goes behind the wall. Oh man,
God.
that's funny as fuck. They even threw that in there.
Yeah, those movies were pretty funny. Like, all of those older movies had a bunch of, like, shit for the adults.
Yeah.
That was, like, the cool thing about them. Like, and it's like you realize them when you watch them when you're older, and you're like, ha, I get this now. Fucking Ren and Stimpy. You ever seen that shit?
Hell yeah. Fucking love Ren and Stimpy.
That shit was fucking
Oh, I used to love Ren and
ridiculous.
Stimpy.
That shit was ridiculous.
Yeah. That was,
I used to love that shit when I was a kid.
that's a
too,
Halloween
but, like,
story.
Yeah, that was a repulsive show.
Just the show being out for children, period. Yeah.
The thing is I just found out the other day that there was a version for children, but then there was also an adult version.
Yeah, because I know
made by
videos
the
come
same
out now.
people.
I know for
And,
a fact, like I would
I've
remember
watched
seeing the
them
episode.
both and just thought they were the same show.
I remember seeing the
Like-
episode that whatever the video is about,
With the
and
saw,
they would make different. Yeah, they would make different things in the video than what I saw on the. And I know for a fact because I had the fucking videotapes of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. Like, you remember the saw?
Yeah,
dude,
that.
Just fucking, it's like, what are you doing?
But even that scene was different. I remember that too. There was not a lot of sexual innuendos in that. It was like every now and again it was, but it wasn't like it was like how SpongeBob throws in the adult adult jokes for the adults watching. It was subtle, but it wasn't so like drastic how they make it seem now.
That
It really
was
wasn't.
fucking crazy.
I remember seeing one video that was literally the videotape that I would watch almost every fucking day, and the scene was something completely different. I was like, what? That is not Ren and Stimpy. I was fucking mad.
Videotapes.
Yeah,
That
dude.
just fucking aged us.
Shows my age.
Videotapes. I was watching this videotape. Wait, turn to me real quick. Do you have any gray hairs?
No, I get one on my arm though. Usually
Really?
up here. Yeah, it's just one.
Oh.
Completely like silver one.
Ah,
Pluck that bitch out every time.
it's good to know.
They
Good
say
to
pluck
know.
them out, 2 more grow back. I
No
don't think
grays.
so. I haven't seen that.
No grays.
That's a bit.
What? You pluck it out?
Well,
let it
pluck
shed?
it gray out, two grow
hair,
back.
two more grow back.
Yeah, as far as I know, I'm not gray.
Yeah. I
I
have
wouldn't
this
know. I dye my
one.
hair too much.
But my dad started graying at 32, so
I have this one hair somewhere that's like darker than the rest. I don't know where it is. It's not on me right now.
horror story.
It walked
Where
away.
did it go? Is it a hair or a little worm?
It'll be back.
It walked away.
I'm thirsty.
Was that your stomach?
Featuring my stomach.
That was your stomach?
Yes, it was.
Mine was going a little bit before, too. I was like, oof.
Really wants to say important things.
I definitely need to eat before practice. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good practice.
Important
Oh.
things. Yeah, right? I
Falls
fucking
over.
just faint.
Proceeds to fall onto drum set.
Yeah.
Break drum set.
No.
Drummer,
I don't
get
wanna,
mad.
I don't want to break.
Drummer beat you with
Dave's
stick.
drum set.
Others beat up drummer. Because you are unconscious.
I would never
Fun
break
time at
his
practice.
drum set.
You
I
put
thought
your
the drummer was
nutsack
Kevin.
on my drum set.
Yeah.
But you just said Dave.
Dave's the owner of the fucking
Oh.
studio.
I was like, wait, when did the
Shout
band
out
members
Decibels.
switch?
In Old Bridge, New Jersey, you need a place to fucking jam or practice. Check him out. Dave's a cool guy. Featuring Kev's stomach.
Again.
I know a lot of people with doubles.
Huh?
My drummer's Kev, your Kev,
Oh, yeah.
her brother's Kev, all your dad's names are Kev.
That's like our job.
Not my dad.
There's a guy in the
No,
kitchen.
I'm saying your brother's dad is
Oh.
Kev, right?
Yeah.
His dad's Kev, and Kev's dad is Kev.
Oh, that's
Wow.
crazy.
We're the Holy Trinity.
That's
wild.
sick.
Kev. That's wild.
And then I know fucking.
That was not a Hitler salute. There was a bug, I promise.
And then I know Dave, the guy who owns the studio, and then Dave, my guitarist. So like, but I call
That
him,
is crazy.
I call him David. So it's a little different.
Yeah, you calling him Dave? I was like, who the fuck is
I
Dave?
call him Dave sometimes when I'm like passing him
Hey,
something.
Dave, sometimes. Here you go.
But like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird.
you-
Yeah, we got a guy in the
need
kitchen
food.
named Alex, and then a server named Alex. The server
Fuck the server.
was walking to the fridge to grab like sauces or whatever, and Alex, the kitchen Alex, was right behind him. I was talking to the kitchen Alex. I said, "Yo, Alex," and they both turned. What's up? I was like, "Oh fuck! I didn't know this was with you guys too. I forgot."
It feels so short.
But like,
We already got to wrap
the
up.
server's name is Alexis.
Alexis.
Yeah,
Alex and Alexis.
Yeah.
Huge friend.
Alexis is a boy.
I don't like this, man. We need a new memory card.
Yeah,
We already got to wrap up.
yeah, right. I was just about to ask how long we got.
Like 2 minutes, maybe 1. So
If you guys think you got any better horror stories or better stories than me, let me know. I can read.
Yeah, put them down there. We do episodes every single Tuesday and Friday.
Check 'em out. Check 'em out.
Socials are down below. Stay rock. Stay safe,
Any
everybody, and
bullshit.
have a happy fucking Halloween.
Leave everybody houses alone tonight and your mischief night and whatever.
Just take the candy and not all of it.
You throwing?
Like a ball.
I hate that shit,
Assholes.
dude. Yeah, but for fucking Halloween, Natasha!
You don't have to yell at me.